Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Alice, and if you know me, you've heard me repeating on this channel so many times that there is not such a thing as universal wardrobe essential. And I stand by that. I am absolutely convinced that those videos that give you a list of items that we all should have to make our wardrobe perfect will only make you waste money on things that will likely not fit either your style or your lifestyle, or probably both. However, I do believe that there are some, let's say, general categories of items that we should all have, not only elegant women, but all women, to look more elegant, more put together, more stylish in an effortless way. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the majority of women I know, me included, tend to be a little bit more self-conscious on the beach because we tend to be a little bit more uncovered than we are used to. And there is nothing wrong with it, but because of that, I say that it is a good idea to invest in one or two bathing suits that really make us look amazing and boost our confidence in a moment in which we might not be at the most confident, if that makes sense. So personally, I have two. I have a bikini and a one piece that really makes me feel amazing, and that's all I need. Personally, I also invested recently in a cover up, and again, that makes me feel fantastic. And I love the idea because, again, I do prefer to be a little bit more covered on the beach. So instead of using an old raggedy shirt like I was doing before, something that is fitted properly for me makes sense, but that I would say is more optional. I think there is not enough discussion on underwear out there when we are discussing style. Probably because it's not the most exciting part, but to be honest, it is the foundation of our style, so it's arguably one of the most important. So definitely look for underwear that is, number one, comfortable. There is nothing worse than having uncomfortable underwear. I remember having a very big presentation and I had a bra whose straps kept falling down, and that was a nightmare. I spent all the time freaking out about the bra, tried to reset it properly without making it noticing, hoping that people would have noticed that my bra was basically falling down. It was a nightmare. Definitely did not make me look confident, did not make me feel comfortable, and I'm pretty sure that it affected my presentation as well. So number one, comfortable underwear. Number two, invisible underwear. Call me crazy again, but underwear should be invisible. I know that there are a lot of people that say that they don't necessarily care that maybe the nipple shows, or I mean, the logic is, this is my body, why should I cover it? If you feel comfortable with that, more power to you. I don't necessarily have a problem with it when it is a very casual setting, but I still think it is not a good idea in a formal or work setting. First of all, because the fact that you are comfortable with it doesn't mean that everyone around you is comfortable with it. It can also give the wrong impression, whether you like it or not, whether you mean it or not. It's better to avoid it. And finally, it's simply not professional. So at least for those very formal settings, ensure that you have underwear that is as much as close to your skin tone. Unfortunately, I know that this is not easy for everyone. I will try to link down below some very comprehensive and diverse brands. Second, try to find seamless underwear so that you're sure that you don't show, even if you have something a little bit tighter. And if necessary, consider to buy something extra like a strapless bra or a nipple cover. I think that it is beautiful to have a signature piece of jewelry, that it is an integral part of your style and it becomes uniquely yours, and it will also make your style unique, if that makes sense. Personally, if possible, I would recommend to have two. One for everyday use and one for more special occasion. So for example, in my case, my everyday piece of jewelry is my watch. I love the fact that it is pretty small and subtle, so I can wear it with everything. It is also two-toned, which again means that I can wear it with all kind of metals. And it has sentimental value because it was my grandma's watch, and I love the fact that something that I wear every day and it's so integral to my style is a sentimental piece. That's just me. I am quite sentimental with items, but I really love that. Mine is pretty subtle and small, but it doesn't have to be that small. I don't have a picture, of course, but I did have a prof who had a very simple style, but she had this massive ring, and it was this beautiful, clearly artisanal ring, very intricate, very, very big and recognizable, but it was beautiful. And she had it every single day and with everything she was wearing, and it really was her signature piece, and it fitted her personality, her style so well. It was beautiful, really, really love her. And that shows that your signature piece doesn't necessarily need to be something small and dainty. It can also be something very big and recognizable. It really depends on you and your style. As I said, if you can, I would also include something for those moments in which we want to feel very special. Mine are a pair of vintage earrings. As you can see in the cutouts, they are pretty big. They're definitely not subtle and dainty this time, and they are vintage earrings, and I love the fact that they are absolutely unique. And they're not even perfect because some of the pearls snapped out, for example, but I think that that really adds to the charm of the items and will definitely make it absolutely unique, because even if I find someone that had the exact same piece, it will not be broken in the exact same way, so it will still be my own unique items, if that makes sense. I know we live in a time in which perfumes are collectible, but I do love the idea of a perfume and a smell that is uniquely yours and that will make people think it's you every time they will smell it, even if it is somewhere else. I absolutely love that, and I think it is pretty clear that I would rather invest in less but uniquely yours and perfect rather than having a ton of choices and nothing that is uniquely yours, so that really makes your style stand out. So when it comes to perfume, definitely something that I love to find your own unique one. And in that logic, I would say if you can, because I know that the perfume can be very expensive, but if you can, I would definitely invest in an artisanal perfume. First of all, because it's always better to invest in small businesses. Second, because if you want something that is unique, it's easier to find something that is unique and that not everyone will have in an artisanal shop, rather than if you go for your round-on-the-mill, even designer perfumes, but that everyone have and knows. And finally, because the quality is so much higher. Even if you go in both cases for eau de perfume, in case you don't know, eau de perfume is the purest item, so it is higher quality, it lasts longer, it's much better than the eau de toilette. But even if you, in both cases, go for an eau de perfume, the artisanal one is definitely, believe me, it's much higher quality. And that's because when it comes to the designer counterpart, most of the time they're just fashion houses who do not specialize in perfume. They simply have a perfume line. I'm sorry for the siren again. But that means also that that is not where the expertise and their most refined craftsmanship goes on. You will not have the most refined and the most high quality items simply because that's not where they specialize. While the artisanal one, that's what they specialize on. That's exactly their expertise, that's their craftsmanship. So you will definitely have a much higher quality item there. And I would go for that first. Okay, so I had to reshoot this part. Apologies for that. But the last elegant item that everyone should have, and to be honest, this is regardless of gender or style, is a black outfit. Now, I'm not someone that tells you that you should always wear black or that black is the most elegant color. Not at all. I don't believe that. But realistically, at some point, you will have to go to a funeral. And in those cases, you want to be appropriate because a funeral is not the right moment to defeat social norms and social construct. You want to be respectful. And it's good to have always something that you can rely on in those situations. If it's not black, at least very dark navy or something like this. And if that sounds ridiculous, that actually happened to a friend of mine very recently. She had a very sudden funeral and she normally has a very, very colorful and whimsical style. She's beautiful, she looks beautiful, the style is perfect on her, but it doesn't change the fact that for that situation, she didn't have anything on hand that was appropriate for the context. And because she's also a very tall woman, she really struggled to find, I couldn't give her anything, for example, and she struggled to find someone that could lend her something. She found it, that's the good thing, but that for her was really stressful, was not particularly nice in a moment in which you don't really want to think this kind of things. So it's better to have it, it's better to be safe than sorry, basically. And I know that you can say you can always buy it, but let's be honest, and again, that situation with my friend confirmed that if you are in that sort of situation, you are not in the mood for shopping. That's not what you want to do. So it's better to have something ready. And that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It will really help me. I speak all things minimal and sustainable fashion and elegant fashion, but in a more realistic way. So if you're interested in that, I hope to see you soon. And until next time, bye!